Have you ever looked at your life and felt like it's a maze of endless obligations, leaving you drained and wondering, how did I get so busy with things I don't even care about? It's like life has a way of pushing us to say yes to everything, even when deep down, we'd rather say no. Society tells us that the more we do, the better we are. But let's pause and think for a moment. What if this constant yes is actually leading us away from true happiness? Today, we're going to explore a liberating Buddhist teaching that shows us how saying no can be one of the most powerful tools in your life. Not only will it help you reclaim your time, but it will also reconnect you with a deeper sense of purpose and peace. So let's dive into this journey of rediscovering the power of no with insights and practices that will guide you to live more intentionally and happily. Before we get into the how of saying no, we need to understand the why. Why do we struggle so much with it? For most of us, the difficulty in saying no comes from a deep-seated fear. Think about it. How many times have you agreed to something simply because you were afraid of missing out or worried about disappointing someone? Or maybe it's the fear of being judged, of standing out, or even the fear of making the wrong decision. These fears are powerful because they touch on our insecurities. In Buddhism, we're taught that fear is a state of mind that can cloud our judgment, pulling us away from the clarity of knowing what truly matters. Take a simple example. Let's say you've planned to spend the evening meditating, reflecting, or even just resting, but a friend calls you up and asks you to join them at a party. Even though part of you knows you'd rather stick to your original plan, you find yourself saying yes, all because you don't want to feel left out or let your friend down. In that moment, you've given a piece of yourself away to something that doesn't genuinely align with your needs. And it's not just social invitations. Unimportant commitments can sneak into our lives in many forms, like checking notifications that pull us away from the present, or saying yes to work tasks that don't align with our values. When we repeatedly say yes to these distractions, we dilute our time and energy, making it harder to focus on what truly fulfills us. Buddhism encourages us to look inward and examine these fears instead of letting them dictate our lives. Learning to say no isn't about rejecting others, it's about honoring our inner priorities. The journey to mastering no begins with self-awareness. In Buddhism, self-awareness is foundational. It helps us become more attuned to our actions, choices, and intentions. Self-awareness allows us to understand what truly matters to us and why we're drawn to certain commitments over others. A good starting point is to pause and ask yourself before any commitment, why am I agreeing to this? Often, we say yes without truly considering the impact on our lives. Asking this simple question can unveil whether your response is driven by genuine interest or something else, like fear or guilt. For example, before picking up your phone to check notifications, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it truly necessary? You might realize that your impulse to check the phone is just a distraction from what's really important. In Buddhism, there is a teaching that encourages us to reflect before we act. The Buddha suggested that before doing or saying anything, we should consider if it is helpful for us or others. Is it kind? Is it true? This moment of reflection helps us reconnect with our intentions. If the answer is yes, then it's worth our time. But if it's not aligned with our true goals, then we have the clarity to say no. Self-awareness isn't built overnight, but with consistent reflection, it becomes second nature. It becomes easier to identify what's meaningful and what's just noise in our lives. This practice empowers us to live intentionally rather than reactively. Once you've built self-awareness, the next step is to strengthen your self-discipline. Self-discipline is the backbone of saying no. It's what gives you the courage to choose what aligns with your values, even when it's challenging. In Buddhism, discipline is not about restriction, but about creating a balanced and mindful life. Imagine you're studying, working on a personal project, or simply trying to enjoy a moment of peace, and a notification or an invitation disrupts you. The discipline lies in recognizing what truly benefits you and gently declining the distractions. Discipline doesn't mean you never enjoy spontaneous moments, but rather that you choose them consciously. For example, if you've set aside time to meditate but a friend calls inviting you to join a social gathering, self-discipline helps you honor that commitment to yourself. One way to handle this gracefully is by politely explaining why you're saying no. Many people fear that saying no will create tension, but often, when we explain our intentions, others respect our decision. There's a popular saying that goes, "Learn to say no without explaining yourself." But in Buddhism, we can balance this by saying no with compassion and honesty. When you honor your time and explain it with kindness, others begin to understand your boundaries. This way, you maintain relationships while respecting your personal journey. In Buddhism, time is one of the most precious resources we have. It's limited and irreplaceable, so learning to value it deeply changes the way we interact with the world. Think of it this way: money can always be earned back, but time, once spent, is gone forever. How would your life look if you treated your time with the same care as your most cherished belongings? When we respect our time, we naturally become more selective with how we spend it. Think of your time as a sacred space. If you had a limited amount of money, you wouldn't spend it on things that don't bring value, right? The same goes for time. Before agreeing to any commitment, think about it as if it's a part of your most precious resource. Ask yourself, is this worth my time? Does this serve my deeper purpose or well-being? Respecting time is not just about protecting your own hours. It also means respecting others' time. When you honor your time, people around you begin to notice and appreciate it. They may even start valuing their own time more. This mutual respect for time creates a harmonious environment where everyone feels valued and focused on what truly matters. One powerful tool in practicing mindful choices is asking yourself the magic question: is this truly necessary? Before agreeing to anything or engaging in a habit that may distract you, pause and ask if it's genuinely essential. Let's imagine you come home after a tiring day. Instead of winding down or connecting with loved ones, you find yourself scrolling through social media. That time, which could have been used for rest or bonding, is now replaced by distractions. In those moments, if you pause and ask, is this truly necessary? It can be a turning point. This question helps us reconnect with our intentions and discern where our time and energy are best spent. When you begin using this question, it will feel natural to decline things that don't truly contribute to your well-being or growth. And slowly, the clutter of unnecessary commitments starts to clear, making room for more valuable experiences and connections. Ultimately, our ability to say no depends on having a clear sense of purpose. In Buddhism, we often talk about living with intention and following a path that aligns with our highest values. Without a clear understanding of what matters most, it's easy to drift from one unimportant commitment to another, filling our time with things that don't support our inner journey. Set aside quiet moments to reflect on what's truly valuable in your life. Ask yourself, what do I want to focus on to feel fulfilled and at peace? This clarity acts as a compass, guiding your choices and helping you differentiate between commitments that nourish your spirit and those that drain it. Imagine a life where each commitment feels meaningful, where you're not rushing from one task to the next, but moving mindfully through each day. This is the essence of a life rooted in Buddhist teachings, being present, intentional, and grounded in purpose. And when you know what you're saying yes to, saying no becomes an effortless act of self-respect and peace. Saying no isn't easy. It may even feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to putting others' requests above your own needs. But as you practice these Buddhist insights, self-awareness, discipline, valuing time, mindful questioning, and clarifying purpose, you'll find that saying no is a profound act of love and freedom. You're choosing to spend your life in a way that truly resonates with who you are and what you cherish most. Thank you for being here and for exploring these teachings with me. Remember, saying no is about creating space for what really matters. So, here's something to reflect on. What's one thing you can start saying no to today that would bring more peace and clarity into your life? If you're ready to learn even more ways to live with purpose and simplicity, check out the next video on mastering your energy and creating a peaceful mind.